Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And shalom to sincere Akim and Akwaf, listen and learning. And to you brothers preaching and teaching the truth through the four corners of earth. It's the brother Nathan, come out of the GMS Indianapolis camp. And I just want to hit a quick hitter. You know, don't chase the bag, chase the Lord. Don't chase the bag, chase the Lord. Yahweh Shemel Shai. Let's just get right in. This is First Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Right? Because really in this truth, in this walk, that, we're to be able to, remain content with what the Lord has provided with us. All right? And if you go to the word contentment, it says a state of happiness and satisfaction. And some similar words. You got fulfillment, happiness, pleasure, well-being, comfort, ease, peace, cheerfulness. Right. So we're to be content in this truth, man. When it comes to what, as far as like monetary gain, the things that you have, as long as you have everything you need to to live and, pay your bills and to ultimately to be able to do this truth, right? Because that's why it says what? Let me get this real quick. This is Proverbs 30 and 8. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. So don't give me too much and don't give me too little, right? Because if you're dealing with like a lot of money comes with what? A lot of responsibility, usually. One, you're worried about keeping the money. So what's that gonna do? That's gonna keep you away from Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's better just to work, just enough, or it's okay to get a little extra or not, but you don't want it to overtake what you're doing in this truth. All right. You don't want to let chasing the bag become stronger than chasing Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, so that's what I said. Don't give me poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, right? Because we're gonna get ours in the kingdom of heaven. Now you got brothers that are blessed with more than enough. But ultimately, what the Lord has set up those men, one, because they can handle it, and two, because they help the body of Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, so you do have men in this truth that that do good on the side. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean they're out there chasing the bag. It's just that the Lord has blessed them, because we know, the Lord. It means it's nothing for the Lord to make a poor man rich. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, so back to First Timothy chapter 6, verse 6. It says, but godliness with contentment is great gain, right? Because you stay content and you just stay focused on this truth, straight walking the straight gate, which is a position of difficulty, but just maintaining in this truth and staying with Yahweh Shemel Shai and doing what you're supposed to do. Hey, that's gonna be great gain, right? It says, verse 7, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. Right. So let me get this real quick. Hey, we came in with nothing, we're going to leave with nothing. All right. That's why the Lord said, let me get this real quick. We have this Matthew chapter 6. And let's see here. I'll get straight to the point. Matthew chapter 6, starting at verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. And this is the red letter. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. You know, why would he say that? Because all this is vanity on this side. All right, it really means nothing. You know, the cars, the clothes, the houses. All right. You know, these different electronics and stuff. Yeah, we use this stuff now. You know, and it's okay to have those things, but you're not to be attached to them. You're not to be choosing those things over this truth. Okay? So don't worry about those things, the carnal stuff, because what? We know all this is going to pass away and be destroyed. All right? So that's not our main focus, is to chase, like I said, chase that bag. Now, our main focus is to chase the Lord. And it says Matthew 6 and 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart also be. There will your heart be also. See? So your heart going to what? Your mind. All right? So like I said, if your mind is on chasing the bag and getting great gain on this side, you're not going to be focused on the truth. All right? You're going to be focused on, like I said, getting that bag, and you're going to what? Fall away from this truth, man. All right? Once again, don't give me poverty nor give me rich. Don't give me riches nor poverty, man. All right, give me right, just right. The Lord is gonna get. They said, hey, what we're supposed to get our daily bread, right? All right, so hey, food that's convenient for us, man. All right, so Yahweh Shem Shai knows what he's doing. All right, he's gonna keep us right where we need to be, so that what we can make it, man, and endure to the very end. All right, the Lord knows what we need. The Lord knows everything. You know, for us to succeed in this truth, man. All right, that's why we have to trust in Yahweh Shem Shai. It says, and I'm gonna drop down to 24 real quick. It says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. You know, going to the mammon is what? The god of money, man. All right. So you can't serve Yahweh Shem Shai and then what? Serve your own belly basically and try to chase this bag. You know, quote unquote, run up a check, right? Like they say in the world. All right, so that you can what? You know, flash your money, you know, buy shit that doesn't even matter. Like I said, brand new cars and clothes and shoes and, like I said, all carnal stuff that's going to be destroyed on the side. All right, vain riches, you know, ultimately vain glory. You know, like I said, ain't nothing wrong with, you know, having anything. You know, I'm not saying quit your job and just don't do nothing. No, that ain't it. It's just don't be attached to these things. All right. Back to 1 Timothy 6 and 7 says, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. Right? So as long as we got food, you know, clothes on our backs, a roof over our head, we're going to be okay. All right? We'll be just fine because Yahweh Shem Shai set us up, man. You know? Let me find this real quick. Let's see here. This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 26. It says, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, which is wine, and oil and clothing. See, all these things are for good to the godly, so the sinners they are turned into evil. All right, so that's the principal things for the whole use of a man's life. All right, you see, that's just the main things that you need. All right, so it's a pretty simple list. So back to let's see, 1 Timothy 6:8. It says, "And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content." All right, so just like those basic principles of a man's life, that all he needs, we got to treat it like that. You know, that's why things what Romans 15:4. So things were written aforetime for our learning, right? Roughly paraphrasing. All right, so things like that. So we'll be content on the side. We're serving our captivity. All right, we're oppressed by these other nations, but guess what? Our time to live and to live high on the mountaintops, so to speak, is coming. In the world to come, because that's why we're putting off all now, so that we can gain it all later. 1 Timothy 6:9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Why is that? Because when you're trying to chase the bag or run up a check, so to speak, you find yourself doing anything to get that money. So it's going to lead you to trapping yourself in sin and iniquity, which is sin upon sin, right? So you're going to find yourself chasing this bag, and it's going to lead to your own destruction. That's why our people, you Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans, you get caught up in these contracts, whether it be music industry, acting industry, or bad, or even bad business deals that you do, in other forms of life. You end up getting caught and twisted and doing things that you wouldn't normally do, just so you can get that money. Like I said, a lot of the top celebrities of our people, they wear the dress. A man will wear a dress, which that's sinning against the Lord, because a man shouldn't wear a woman's apparel. What else? You got, like I said, actors that'll take on a sodomitish role, even though they're, quote unquote not, even though, hey, if you're doing it, hey, you are what we see, right? Take on a sodomitish role just so they can get some, a big bag of money, or get their career started, or rap artists, will start singing or rapping lyrics that, just promote death and violence and killing, and, they just go along with the get along and listen to these music industry executives, all right, to keep pushing that, right? Getting paid to push violence and death and poison onto our people, right? So these are things that make you fall into temptation, because they show you them dollar signs. They show you what you could have, the big houses, the cars, money, cars, clothes, and hoes, right? That's what they sell to our people. And they want to be on top so bad because hey, our people have like they got a kingdom minded, type of spirit. That's why they like the finer things, But see, that's what it says. 1 Timothy 6:9 again. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, which is a trap, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Right? Because Romans 6:23 says the wages of sin is death. All right. So if you're sinning and sinning and sinning on your path to chasing that bag or running up a check, well, guess what? The Lord's going to destroy you before you really get to enjoy it, man. You know? Like I said, these riches are corruptible on this side, man. They're really not riches on this side, man. Because all that we know is going to be done away with here, man. Especially America, Babylon the Great. So, it really ain't worth building nothing up on here, man. For it to what? Be torn down? And for you not to have the names of Yahweh Shema Shai and to not have his law, statute, commandments, not even to rehearse them. Like it says in Judges 5 and 11, you're not even trying out here for the Lord. It's not worth it. All right, so I'd rather be content with what the Lord provides for me. You know what I mean? Don't want riches nor poverty. Keep me right where I need to be. Because remember, like, if you got too much money, you're gonna be too focused on that money. And if you're too damn poor, you're gonna be too focused on how to get some more money. So that way, that's why it's better just to stay within the middle. That way you can focus on what really matters, and that's His truth. 1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil. See, you'll hear people in the world quote it as, for money is the root of all evil. No, that's not true. Money's a setup. The Lord set up money. No, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Right. Because, because people lose their wits over this money, man. All right. Just like men. Because, see, they're willing to do anything, all right, to stay, to what they say in the world, to keep up with the Joneses, right? That's an old school term my dad used to say. Or, like I said, they wanna stay in the know, or they want to stay popular, so they're willing to do anything to maintain that image, all right? So that's why I said it's the root of all evil, because you're willing to do anything to get that money and to keep that status, right? So you're willing to do all manner of wickedness to continue on a certain level. It says, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Right. And that's why you see not only these 2/3 Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, they don't really know nothing about the truth, or if they do, they ain't really following it or nothing, but also you see in what? In these other Israelite groups. All right. You can tell it's about money because you find groups that don't teach about the elect. They're trying to get all the congregation, that bigger congregation. They're trying to save all Israel, or they're soft on women, and they try to have women teach with them and Bible study with them and stuff, because they know they're gonna give that money. All right. They're giving them feel-good messages so that they can get the bag or run up a check, So they've erred from the faith because now you're starting to water down this truth so that you can gain more members, just like the Christian churches do, So you got Israelite groups that are doing that and they're just as bad. Like I said, got the 501c3s, So they got them. Basically, a contract with the government, to get for that allow them to be tax free, tax exempt, so that allows more money to come in. But at the same time, you're erring from the faith, because with that 501c3, you can only teach a certain type of way. Okay, you have to still stay within guidelines, all right, or you're gonna lose that benefit. All right, so that's caused men to err from the faith and pierce themselves through with many sorrows. Right. Because when you're out here doing wickedness and doing things against Yahweh Shema Shai while trying to get the bag or run up a check, all right, you're going to be It's going to end up in your destruction. All right? Because money is blind. It blinds people, man. Especially when you're getting a lot of it. It'll blind you. And then you find yourself when you got all this money and you can buy what you want and do what you want on this side, you're no longer calling on Yahweh Shem Shai, because now you feel like you're in a good case. So you start to not even pray anymore. Then before you know it, you're up out this truth, man. All right, so that's why it's better what? To get what's convenient for you, man. So for the Lord to give you, right in between, not too much, and not too little, just right, right? And then we jump to this Ecclesiastes 7:12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. So we're not saying money is bad, because you need money to what? To sustain your stuff in the society, man. You got to work, all right? So not only can you help yourself, but you can help the brotherhood, all right? Because that's very important, all right? But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it, right? But see, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding supersedes the monetary gain. Because what? You need that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, all right, to lead you to salvation. All right, because that's what? That's Yahweh Shem Shai's plan. That's the only way you're going to be able to endure to the end is what? If you have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Shai, which ultimately you have to be the elect, the chosen of the Lord, all right, to make it to the end. But guess what? That's going to come with the Lord allowing you to have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right? And having the faith of Yahweh Shem Shai, which is a gift from the Lord, all right? So we can't neglect the gift, all right? So Yahweh Shem Shai knows what he's doing, man, all right? So that's why I said what? For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Right. Because remember, this word's what? Roughly paraphrasing what? These words, when you read them, and absorb them, hey, you'll think you have what? Eternal life, Because what? The kingdom of heaven, it starts within you, right? So that's why it's so important. And what does Isaiah 33:6 say? What? That wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. What times? The end times that we're currently in. Then ultimately what? When all hell breaks loose here in America, Babylon the Great. That wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is what's going to keep us stable through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right? So yeah, wisdom is way better than money. All right? This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. Whose wrath? Yahweh Shem Shai's wrath. When he comes what? To destroy America, Babylon the Great. And lay down these nations, man. All right? And put them into captivity, man. All right? Them riches ain't gonna mean nothing when Yahweh Shem Shai and his angels come down and destroy and wreak all havoc, man. You ain't gonna be able to pay off an angel, a death angel. Whoa, wait. I got $100,000. Wow, you know what I mean? It's gonna be over. So riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. See? And how, what are the ways of righteousness? The law, statute, commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai. Doing what the Lord has asked us to do to the best of our ability. That is what's going to help deliver you when you're doing right. Yes, we know our righteousness as filthy rags. But guess, like I always like to bring up, it's about that effort for Yahweh Shem Shai. The Lord's dealing with works. Because what? Faith without works is dead. So the Lord requires action, man. All right. So guess what? That wisdom, knowledge, and understanding once again supersedes riches. All right. Let me jump down to verse 28. This is Proverbs 11:28. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall. See? But the righteous shall flourish as a branch. See? But the righteous are going to flourish, man. All right? So don't trust these riches. Don't trust these corruptible things you have in this world, man. Trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai, in his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? That's where we ought to be. And then what? We're going to flourish. All right? Because what? We're doing right by Yahweh Shemel Shai, while the rest of the world is doing wrong against the Lord, man. All right? And the Lord will end this on this. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. All right. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who ruled well, and shalom to the sincere Akim and Akwaf, listen and learn it, and to you brothers preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth. With that, Abba Ball, Kwam Yasharallah, Shalom.